And I would like to quote a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, which is in Sahih Muslim and Bukhari, but just in different order, mentioned in both books. However, the hadith is about the 7 people who will be shaded on the day of judgment, on the day when there will be no shade but Allah's shade. And these 7 types of people are Imamun Adil, a just ruler, a young person who was raised in the worship of Allah in his youth or her youth, a man whose heart is cling to the masjids, so when they enter it and they exit it, they look forward to coming back. 2 people who love each other only for the sake of Allah. When they meet on that, and when they depart on that. A person who gives in charity, in secret, only desiring the pleasure of Allah, so much so, metaphorically speaking, his left hand doesn't know what his right hand even gave in charity. A person who remembers Allah in the deepness of the night and begins to call upon Allah, whether in hope or fear, and then his eyes begin to tear out of remembrance to Allah. A person, a man or a woman, but here in the context is a man, whom a woman with status and beauty calls them to do haram with her, to the bed, and he says, Inni akhafullah, I fear Allah. Is that 7? Anyone count them? That's 7, I think we counted 7. But the point of that is, a man whom a woman with status and beauty calls him to bed and he says, I fear Allah. Inni akhafullah. Does it apply to the women? Yes, to a lesser extent, however. And that's because of the biological nature which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had created the 2 genders in. But it applies also to the woman. For Allah, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned it to the man here because it often and most likely occurs to the man.